Well, hello everybody. I am testing this out so I know it sounds crappy. And as much as I'd like to fix that, I have no control over it because I cannot use the same recording stuff I was using last time or the day before because I am totally screwed into using this one. Anyways, so I'm gonna get started with shipping and handling. Oh, I have another 30 seconds. Let me just talk. I'm gonna upload this even if it sounds kind of weird, unless it's a totally screecher. But now this is brought from my living room and not from my recording place. So if you hear any random screams or birds yelping or other shenanigans, and you know why, because I'm not in an enclosed space. I'm actually in my living room where my mom is watching Tomb Raider. So here we go. No pony knows. All I can tell you is that he handles super complex or very delicate situations. Sometimes his plans to get two ponies together can span to a month or even more. And yet, the rumor is he's never failed a single job he's taken. Really? Bree shrugged again. Like I said, it's all rumors. Hardly any pony knows any real details about what Candy Floss really does. So far as proven records go, Glow still holds first place for more successful ships. Ditzy glanced at every pony around. Autumn Breeze, Cloud Cover, Kilowatt Hour, and Cosmic Glow. She certainly had some new co-workers. A loud screech filled the room, followed by Candy Floss's voice on the intercom. Ditzy Doo, an assignment has come in for you. Please report to my office. Got an early one today, Breeze asked. Good luck, as always. Thanks, Breeze, Ditzy answered as she trotted out the door. Meet me in Ponyville Park, under the big oak tree. Ditzy read her assignment from a slip of paper again to ensure she remembered it as she glided along over the town. She tried to push her thoughts out from her new co-workers her thoughts about her new co-workers out of her mind for the time, being so she could focus on helping the client when she arrived. The big oak tree was easy to spot. Even with Ditzy's visual impairment, it was far and away the largest tree in the park, throwing shade for dozens of feet in every direction. The Pegasus angled her flight towards it. Unfortunately, a stray branch worked its way into a blind spot of poor Ditzy's vision. There was a sudden loud crack as she struck it, and the Pegasus fell to the ground, tangled in a mess of leaves and broken branches. Ditzy groaned and rolled over, trying to escape the pile of foliage. She felt another pony's hoof grab her arm and help her get up. Once Ditzy's head cleared from the crash, she turned to see who had helped her. She found herself face to face with a familiar earth pony, a mare with a cream-colored coat and a purple and blue mane. Oh, hi, Bonbon. Thanks for the help, Ditzy said. No problem, Bonbon replied. I guess you didn't see the, huge tree. I saw the tree, Ditzy replied in a false indignation, just not the particular branch. Both mares laughed. Ditzy and Bonbon lived relatively near to each other, and had gotten to be good friends over the years. Bonbon was used to Ditzy's unfortunate shenanigans. I love that word. And the two of them joked about it all the time. So, said Ditzy after she stopped giggling, did you contact Equestria Speedy Shipping Services? I'm supposed to meet a client right here. Why, yes, Bonbon replied, looking surprised. I didn't know you were a matchmaker, Ditzy. I think I'm the one that should be surprised, Ditzy said. What do you need shipping services for, Bonbon? Aren't you already... sorry. Aren't you and Lyra already kind of an item? I mean, I thought every pony knew you two were together. Bonbon looked a little sad. Well, I guess that's true, she said. Almost every pony does consider me and Lyra a couple. Well, every pony except Lyra. Lyra doesn't like you anymore? No, it's not like that, Bonbon said hastily. I just think Lyra might not actually notice that we're a couple. She's a bit distracted lately by her, hobby. Hey, Bonbon, cried a nearby voice. The two mares turned to see Lyra herself, galloping towards them, carrying a long, low box of some sort. "Hi, Ditzy," said Lyra before quickly turning back to Bonbon. "Look at this!" The mint green unicorn levitated a box in front of Bonbon and removed the lid. Inside was a pile of mud, with an unusual oblong pattern imprinted on it. "And this is?" Bonbon asked. "I found it at the edge of Everfree Forest," Lyra said. "Bon, I think this is a human footprint. From an actual human shoe!" Lyra squealed with delight at her own discovery, eyeing the shape in the mud as if it were a pile of valuable gems. Bonbon just raised an eyebrow. "I see you're speechless with excitement," Lyra said after a moment. "I'm going to take this thing back for my place and analyze it further. Come with me, would you, Bon?" You go on ahead. I'll be along in a few minutes," Bonbon replied. Lyra nodded her head and took off. "Oh, and did he come too?" Bonbon called after her. "Sure, why not?" cried Lyra as she disappeared around the corner. Bonbon turned back to Ditzy. "And now you see my problem," she said. "Lyra's been so engrossed in her human studies that I feel more like a lab assistant than her lover." She looked at Ditzy with pleading eyes. "I just want to make sure Lyra still feels about me how... Oh, I messed up the moment. I just want to make sure Lyra still feels about me how I feel about her." That is a weird sentence. "Do you think you can do something about that?" "I will certainly try," said Ditzy, pitying Bonbon's plight. "Did you have a price in mind?" Uh, Bonbon thought about it. "I don't know. What do you usually get for a job like this?" "I don't know. I'm new at this, so I don't have any averages." How does 200 bits sound?" "Deal," Ditzy said, not really worried about the lower price since, in essence, she had made an entire week's salary yesterday. God, that sounded dumb. Salary yesterday. "Should we head over to Lyra's now?" She'll be expecting us." Bonbon pushed open the door to Lyra's home, and the two ponies stepped inside. There was no sign of Lyra in the main room, but this didn't seem to concern Bonbon. She walked over to a large picture of herself and Lyra hanging on the wall, and then looked over to Ditzy again. "Lyra would appreciate it if you keep everything hush-hush," the Earth Pony said. She pushed the picture aside, reached into an alcove in the wall behind it, and pulled the lever found there. A corner in the floor suddenly fell away, revealing a narrow, dark staircase leading to a subterranean chamber. "This leads to Lyra's human research laboratory," Bonbon said dryly. "This hobby of Lyra's," Ditzy said skeptically. "It's more of an obsession, isn't it?" Yeah," Bonbon deadpanned. The Earth Pony sighed and started down the stairs. Ditzy followed along very slowly. She couldn't see too well, and the last thing she needed right now was to fall down the stairs on top of Bonbon. At last, the two reached the bottom of the steps. Ditzy stared at her surroundings in awe. The walls were covered with sketches of various creatures, or parts of creatures, and Ditzy didn't recognize. She supposed they were all part of Lyra's attempt at recreating the theoretical structure of a human. A large bulletin board was completely clogged with a collage of photographs, every single one containing a horribly blurred or distant image of what was apparently some sort of bipedal creature. None of them were good enough quality to make out in any detail beyond that. A few long tables were littered with Lyra's collected human artifacts, all sorts of various odds and ends that certainly didn't appear to be pony-made. One table even held a computer, a device that was horribly rare in Equestria. Ditzy marveled at the fact that anyone in Ponyville was able to afford one. Over at one lab bench was Lyra, sitting in her usual awkward upright pose, gazing intently at her hoof-print specimen under a magnifying glass. Lyra," Bonbon said quietly, "we're here." "Oh, good," mumbled Lyra without looking up. "Give me that little dust-brushy thing, would you, Bon?" Bonbon trotted over to the desk drawers and retrieved the tool that Lyra had requested. She deposited it onto the table and returned to stand next to Ditzy. "Well, what should I do?" Ditzy whispered. "I think messing with her stuff would only make her upset. How can I distract her from it?" "Isn't that your job, Ditzy?" I don't know, Bonbon replied. You're the matchmaker here. You must have something up your sleeve. You don't have sleeves. Ditsy kept quiet for a moment, running ideas through her mind. Suddenly, a crazy thought came to her. A technique she had seen in a movie once seemed applicable to this situation. Movies. Teaching you random stuff since 1932. Ditsy wasn't sure if she could trust the movies, but obviously she had to try something. Hey, Lyra, Ditsy piped up. Yeah, Lyra's response was slightly delayed. She was now engrossed on creating a detailed sketch of a footprint. I thought you might be interested to know, Ditsy continued. Yesterday, when I was flying over the Everfree Forest, I saw a creature that looked a little like some of these drawings of yours. Lyra's pencil clattered to the floor, and she stared in shock to the Pegasus. You saw a human? Where? Well, thank you, and I don't know if this thing's gonna come out good, but